Okay, so if you've been following along on my adventures of SCAG Cheetah 2 repair and getting this thing running again, and all of the idling issues and problems that I've had and all the things I've replaced, including the fuel pump, which ended up not being the problem, the fuel filter, which was not the problem, as well as the low pressure fuel pump and the air filter, all not being the problems, also checking my hoses to make sure they're not collapsed, also changing out the fuel, making sure it's not bad, you've realized this has been a journey. Next part of this journey is replacing this piece right here. This is a voltage regulator. So this is what charges the battery and what maintains the correct voltage to ensure things like the electronic fuel injection system and other things like that are functioning properly. When this is connected, you should see roughly 13.6 volts maintained to the battery to charge the battery. I put a multimeter to it. It tested at over 15 volts, which typically means that this has failed and it's no longer regulating voltage correctly. So I ordered a brand new one, a genuine Kawasaki product. Believe it or not, this is actually kind of difficult to get, and it took me a week after ordering it for it to finally come in. We're going to install this. It is literally plug and play and screw on. So let's see how it works. Hopefully this will fix the problem and we won't have any of the weird idling issues to where when the throttle's all the way up, it starts idling down on its own, which is creating a bunch of problems. And going too long without replacing something like this can actually damage components within your mower, as well as burn out light bulbs and damage other things. So hopefully this is going to fix our problem. Let's find out. So I'd say that looks pretty genuine replacement to me. Same numbers on it as well, except down here, that's a little bit different. But the part number up top is exactly the same, and I think that's what matters. So we'll go ahead and get this installed and see how it performs. Again, it's literally just bolting it right back here and then plugging these two connections in, and that's it. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so we're just going to tighten these up real quick. And that one. Already got one plug in, got it out of the way while I was doing this. Second plug right here. Love plug and play, and then this is going to be my ground, and that will be screwed right in on the top right here. Okay, so this part right here, genuine Kawasaki, varies in price tremendously from where you get it. I think I paid $40 for that one, plus shipping. It was a lawnmower supply place that sells it on eBay, so I got it for a pretty good deal. I found another one for like $60 plus shipping, and then if I go to the dealership, it was $80 plus shipping. So definitely shop around if you want to get the best price. Let's open up the garage so I don't suffocate, and I will get this thing going. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's get this thing started up. I put the old fuel pump back on because it is a Delphi pump and it actually sounds a little bit different. It probably is the better pump than the aftermarket one that they told me was OEM. We're started, so it's only under high idle, and sometimes it takes me cruising around a little bit to figure it out, but we're going to go ahead and get it on high idle in here just to see if we can replicate it before we go out. So it was the voltage regulator. I got it running perfectly. I went ahead and mowed a little bit. Right now it's on high idle, so I can just keep it running. It hasn't dropped down at all. I am super happy. I am all in about $300, and I'm super happy. So this makes me so happy. Again, about $300 into parts. I did all the labor myself. Only casualty here is I cracked the back cap that covers all of that. It's plastic, and I might replace it, but honestly, with the 5 bolts that hold it in place, I think I'll be okay. Put the original fuel pump back in it. It's running perfectly. Everything seems to be working really, really well. I have a few extra parts now, like an extra fuel pump. I didn't need that, and that was $270 of all of this. So, yeah, if I had dropped that price out, then, you know, this would have cost me... Actually, this should have only cost me like $70. Really, just that part plus shipping. That's it. Actually, less than that. If I bought the part locally, maybe that. So, yeah, this entire project would have been fixed in probably a matter of less than 5 minutes if I knew it was a voltage regulator. And to be honest with you, I should have checked the battery as part of my steps. But I just, again, everything to me and ChatGPT and all the AI tools pointed to a fuel starvation issue. So I tried to deal with that as well as the airflow, when in fact it was the voltage regulator. So hopefully, if this is a problem you're dealing with, this might actually give you a bit of pause and less stress if it's just replacing something as simple as that. Just check the voltage going into your battery when your mower's on high idle, when it's all the way up, the throttle's as high as it'll go. And if it's pumping out more than, let's say, 14 volts, you're probably dealing with a bad voltage regulator. If it's pumping out less than that, closer to 12 volts, then you're probably dealing with a bad voltage regulator. So, pretty simple repair. I would not go aftermarket on that. I've heard some horror stories about what specifically happens, like it catching fire or exploding. You don't want that to happen. So I went with the Kawasaki one. And then also take pictures, look for part numbers, and make sure you're actually ordering the same one. Because if you just go on Amazon, look up this engine and say, you know, voltage regulator FX1000V, it's going to point you to a bunch of strange parts that don't even look the same. And then you'll find out in the reviews, a lot of people say that they are actually for like a Kohler motor and not the Kawasaki. So do your due diligence, come out, you know, clean it off, look for part numbers, model numbers, and try to go OEM on stuff like that, especially if it's something as important as voltage regulation, which ultimately could have led to my battery exploding, could have led to other issues possibly happening because it was pumping additional voltage in and not regulating it down. Anyways, I will put a link in the description of this video to this part, because if you're following along on this journey and you have the same mower, you may want to order a part from the same place I did. Well, anyways, I'm super, super happy. Glad I was able to get out there and mow just a little bit to make sure it works. If I run into any problems or if the problem resurfaces, we'll be making another video, unfortunately. Anyways, I sure hope you enjoyed the video. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon. Can't believe that's all it was.